Hey guys, it's me, Fire Alarm 19122, and welcome to my collection video of 2025. I realize the time I'm filming this, it is 2026, so I hope everybody had a happy holidays and a happy new year, most importantly, and I hope everybody will have a great 2026. Let's get right on with the video. First thing that I'm going to go over is things that are already mounted, so panels, pole stations, smoke detectors, fire alarms, which it isn't very much, but it is still part of the collection. I just don't want to take it down for this video since I've taken everything else down on my demo boards. So everything from the collection shelves and the demo boards, it's all on the floor right here. So without further ado, let's get that part of the collection going, and I will be right back with the full collection. Panels, I have my EST Fire Shield 5-zone 2-NAC panel, the Firelight MS2, and then the Safe House panel that is security and fire alarm. Video on that coming out soon. Firelight MS10UD, and then the Fire Shield 3-zone 2-NAC panel. Video on that will come out soon as well. The EST Genesis G1AV single gang strobe LED and the ESL 511 thermal and smoke detector. I have the ESL smoke detector, the EST Genesis 4x4 horn strobe, LED horn strobe, and the 278B conventional pole station. ESL smoke detector, the EST Genesis G1AV single gang strobe, horn strobe, and the 278B, the Chematronics heat detector, EST Genesis strobe, and the 270 SPO back here. That's all I have mounted on the system and the wall and all of my panels. Without further ado, let's get on with the actual collection video. So a couple things before we start. They're all organized by brand, and some are organized by date and model. I realize some things might be out of place, but that's okay. It covers everything in my collection. So, and another thing is I will not be pulling the pole stations just because it is just such a wide area and I have little room to walk over there. So, yeah. And third, I am directly underneath the fan, so if you hear blowing noises, that's the fan. I apologize for that, but I'm just working with the space I have right here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this collection video going. Starting over here, we do have our smoke detectors. I'm not going to go through all the models, but I will at least tell you what brand they are. This is ESL, one of the 511 smoke detectors with the sounder, and it's hardwired, and it has heat as well. Three of the same smoke detectors I just showed you, the 511Cs, the 2424TH system sensor, 2424TH, or not TH, but 2424 system sensor, the system sensor i3, system sensor 24 or 2151, the addressable notifier smoke detector head, I believe is SD365, a metal single action pole station, an ESL single action pole station, I believe this is like the first generation RSG, the dual action Faraday pole station, dual action federal signal pole station, Hochiki 2-stage pole station, General Electric single action metal pole station, ESL, I believe second generation, if I'm not wrong, single action metal pole station, and a Firecom New York graded pole station. Notifier BG10 with the screw, Firelight BG10 with the screw, some type of notifier pole station, I can't remember. Notifier BG12 old style, notifier BG12 new style, the Firelight BG12 new style, I believe the BNG1 if I'm not wrong, the red destroyed one, the silver one, Mirtone pole station, a Mirtone tab style pole station, which is extremely hard to pull, a Simplex tab style pole station, a Simplex 4251-20, a Simplex 2099 pole station, a Simplex dual action 2099 pole station. Both of these were addressable, converted to conventional. A Simplex key switch, a ADT dual action pull station that acts just like a T-bar, a Gamewell Sentry, a Federal Signal pull station, can't remember the model on the top of my head, a Cerberus Pyrotronics Chevron, I believe it's also F1 GT, a Cerberus Pyrotronics MS301, I believe, I can't remember, a dual action version of this but newer, a set of Faraday F1 GTs, a what is this, a FCI MS6, a FCI MS2, which is really smooth pull, 3 of these AIP 270 SPOs with the pigtails, 3 of these local arm Edwards 270 SPOs, 1 General Electric 270 ASPO with the pigtails. These all have pigtails. The one in the attic doesn't have pigtails. The one in the attic's also it's a fire alarm instead of a local alarm. And then my broken 278B used to have the top screw but broke, and I made it into key, but it needs parts. Now we're on to the fire alarm portion of the video. I am starting with Gentex. I believe this is the SHG, GOS, SHG style remote strobe, a Gentex Commander 1, a Gentex speaker strobe of some kind, a Gentex GX91, I believe, a Gentex Commander 3, red, Gentex Commander 3, white, Gentex Commander 4, and then we're going on to Simplex here. We have the Simplex 290 something, I can't remember. It's a strobe plate with the horn behind it. Simplex horn strobe. This has the electromechanical horn. It sounds closer to a True Alert. Same thing, but remote strobe. A Simplex free run / Smart Sync True Alert horn strobe. An addressable version of the strobe. Smart Sync of the strobe. A Smart Sync True Alert speaker strobe. And now we're on to Amsico and Potter. Amsico motor horn. This thing sounds awful. An Amsico horn strobe. This thing sounds great and it's easy to wire. A Potter remote strobe. Looks like a horn strobe, but it shares the same shell, just like the EST Genesis. Now we're on to Wheelock. This is rebranded by a Demco, but this is a Wheelock 7002 with the non-tamper-proof cover. A Wheelock 7002T, a dead Pyrotronics HSD-24, some sort of Wheelock remote strobe, a Wheelock bell strobe, a Wheelock AS, I believe that is fixed 110 candela, or no, it's 30 candela. This one's 110 candela. This is the same version of that as it, but that's white. A Wheelock RS remote strobe. Same thing. I have like 5 of these, which are pieces of junk. A Wheelock MT. A Wheelock mini horn strobe. A Wheelock MIZ mini horn strobe with the LSM strobe. A Wheelock horn strobe that's not multi-candela, but it is or not multi-candela, multi-tone, but it is multi-candela. Hello, I can't get my words out. A Wheelock NS, a Wheelock ZNS horn strobe, a Wheelock ZNS horn strobe ceiling mount, a Wheelock Exceeder, a Wheelock Exceeder ceiling mount horn strobe, a Wheelock CH90 chime strobe, a Wheelock it's an E70 speaker, a Wheelock E90 speaker, and that's the E70 speaker, I'm sorry. Some sort of Siemens speaker strobe. A Wheelock Alexas, this one is a remote strobe, this one's a horn strobe. They sound amazing. Well, this one sounds amazing, this flashes great, they both do. Now we're on to Cerberus Pyrotronics, or Faraday. Faraday remote strobe. Faraday remote strobe in white, modernized. Siemens Faraday UMTs. I don't think these are multi-tone, but they are multi-candela. Space Age horn strobe. It's like the V something something. Now we're on to the FOS Faraday section. Faraday 6250, I believe. Without the remote strobe, I guess it died. That's just how I got it. One with the strobe, one that mounts on a back box, like surface mount. Cerberus Pyrotronics and FOS multi-tone horn strobes. A remote strobe version of this device. A Faraday evacuate strobe, which I don't know if that's rare or just, you don't see them very often. Now we're on to system sensor. System sensor mass non-DADA strobe with the big font. This is the 24 volt model. Two of these masses, they are different candelas. I believe one's 1575, one's 110. I don't know though. A mass remote strobe, so I guess just an SS. I can't remember if this is 1575. Spectral Alert Classic, I can't remember. I think this is 110 fixed. Second generation Classic remote strobes here, both multi-candela. This is broken. This doesn't work, but it is a classic speaker strobe, second generation with the top tool. And I got three of these. What are these? The target alarms. They're the system sensor ceiling mount Spectral Alert Classics. I got a white one and two red ones. One of these, I think the strobes are bad on it, but the horns work at least. Over here, I have my system sensor P2R Spectral Alert Advance, my SR Spectral Alert Advance, my P2W, my I believe it's CHSW chime strobe, my low frequency sounder. I can't remember the model of it. My PC2R horn strobe, my PC2W horn strobe, my P2RL horn strobe, my SRL strobe, my P2R or P2WL horn strobe, and the PC2RL, I believe it's PC2RL horn strobe, PCSL, I believe. Now we're on to Edwards. We got the 892. This one has the mechanical, like vibertone, disc. Like it sounds more like a car horn. And the strobe is adjustable too. I like this device. Haven't used it in a while. The pre-integrity thing's pretty freaking cool. We have the one of these is in better shape than the other, but we have the two integrities, the 792 models. One of them has a backplate. The other one is not even capable of having a backplate, hence the housing damage. A Edwards Integrity chime strobe, an Edwards Integrity remote strobe with a modified backplate because the other one broke. Now we're under the Genesis line, and I have a ton of Genesis, so don't judge me. They're just my favorite alarms. ESG Genesis 70 volt, I believe, high fidelity model speaker strobe without the fire lettering. ESG Genesis low frequency sounder. It didn't have fire lettering, so I took the liberty and added alert text from the chime strobe when it came with the letterings. Oh yeah, by the way, this didn't have lettering on it. I did put the fire lettering on it because I'm mainly going to use it for fire. So this is an alert low frequency sounder, which is not up to code, but whatever. And underneath it, I do have my adapter, my ESG Genesis adapter amber strobe. The ESG Genesis low frequency sounder with fire text on the side. My outdoor ESG Genesis old horn strobe, the old version of it. They made new LED ones for outdoor, and you can kind of see them down there. So we have, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 horn strobes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 remote strobes. That's chime. This was spray painted blue. This is for the safe house panel. This is actually a security alarm I plan to use. This did not originally come blue. I think I did a pretty good job on it. But yeah, these are all of different varieties. They all do the same thing, but they all sound the same, except for the chime. But yeah, this is my EST Genesis collection. The EST Genesis ceiling mount horn strobe with no fire lettering. I wish to get more of these, but it will come at a different time. And then last but not least, we have the second generation, or not second generation, the first generation LED horn strobes. These sound more like Wheelock alarms because they are technically made by Wheelock. So they have that exceeder sound. Wheelock, not Wheelock, I'm sorry, ESG G1AV white cover fire lettering LED horn strobe. My G1A, I believe it's G1A horn. This is just the same thing as that with no fire lettering and no strobe. Have the same functionalities and everything. This is the ceiling mount version of that in red with 4 strobes, and it does the same thing as that, literally same things, but ceiling mount, the ceiling mount EST Genesis horn strobe. And then the last thing we have is 2 of these. One's red, one's white. They're both horn strobes. And I believe I did a video earlier in the year on this one, but I did get a white one, so yeah. So that's going to do it for this fire alarm collection video. Happy 2026 to everybody, and I hope everyone has a great year and makes it better than 2025. I know 2025 wasn't the greatest year. Things happen, but we always have 2026 to look forward to, and it is what you make of it. So I know that this year is going to be great for me. Just like last year was I'd say last year was pretty mid, but it got better later in the year. But yeah, from a channel standpoint though, thank you all so much for 400 subscribers. I couldn't have done it without any of you guys. You guys are awesome. And I hope to make more content for you guys that you will enjoy this year. I know I was pretty good about uploading in 2025 in the middle of the year, but then I kind of fell off. I have reasons behind that. That's just life, and that's how it goes. But this year I hope to upload better and more content for you guys to enjoy. And hopefully we can hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. That would be amazing. But yeah. This has been Fire Alarm 19122, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please feel free to leave a like or a comment. And yeah, you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you guys in 2026.